IG had beat IGV, lost to Vici. We'll see what this fourth pick is here for Ehome. They've already got the Sustain of the Oracle, the Sweep coming out from the Elder Titan, Avalanche Toss from the Tiny in terms of control. Looking like they need a mid and a safe laner for right now. So we'll see what they're able to do. And what they're going to want to go with. They don't have the last pick overall, so they definitely have to think about this one coming in, and especially the band that's going to follow this up, as it looks like Vici's looking for a mid.
Vici Gaming's turn to bat.
And they go to the Enigma. So Enigma picked up, which isn't horrible. I do like it.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
So you've got the Enigma. He's going to try and be the lane winner here with the Demonic Conversion, taking away experience from his lane opponent. You've got Tiny, who's now shifted over into the mid lane. We'll see who that's up against. We'll go into the bans now and see what they're able to do. Huskar are not banned out yet, and now they'll go to the TB ban. I'd like to see if they do end up going to the Huskar.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
TB getting banned out, and now they'll ban the Darkseer, so it actually could be mid-Razor, safe lane Void, or maybe off-lane Void, safe lane Razor, or mid-Razor. There's a lot of things that Vici can end up getting here. This Jakiro's going to be annoying in lane. We'll see who he's going to be up against
10 seconds remaining.
with the Dual Breath as well as the Liquid
5
Fire.
seconds remaining.
I mean, there's definitely a lot here to really punish a lane.
Vici Gaming's turn to Mirana.
And they go into the Mirana. So that is safe lane Mirana, mid Tiny, off lane with the Enigma, 4 position Elder Titan, 5 position Oracle. And here we go with the last pick coming out from Vici with Razor, Tusk, Void, and Jakiro. They do have tag team.
10 seconds remaining.
What if they did something like Razor mid, Void off lane, Lone Druid safe
5
lane?
seconds remaining.
Or well, Lone Druid these days has been going into the off lane from what I've been seeing, at least in China. And they'll go OD. You don't ban it. You don't ban it, and it's going to get picked. I always think about Puck, or get more obscure with the Puck and the DK. It's like, OD's not banned. That's the pick. That's what you go to. So, I mean, I shouldn't be as surprised as I am, as if it's not banned, it's getting picked every single time. But I guess I just kind of overlooked the OD, and that's my fault. But OD here with the Razor in the safe lane. That's going to put Void in the off lane with Fade on the Tusk and DY on the Jakiro. And again, it's the OD that I think can really just control this game, control the tempo and everything. Faithbeyond's going to be going into the off lane against the Razor. We'll see how well he's able to stay in the lane. They bring DY and Fade over, keep Yang by himself, and there would be a lot of pressure on a Faithbeyond, putting him in a risky position. But we'll see. I like the OD here. Just the lockdown is the arrow, which is not reliable. Black hole, which again isn't reliable. I mean, it is black hole. It does take up a good spot, but if you can't hold the black hole the entire duration, or you just can't find your way in for the black hole, you can really take away the you could really take away the fact that it's, you know, in the discussion of lockdown, as long as he doesn't have a BKB and a blink, or just a BKB, really. The Elder Titan's sweep is not always reliable here. I gotta turn on my settings. Just give me a second. There we go. And here we go.
Prepare for battle.
And then you're working with the stop of Fortune's End, but Avalanche too. Like, nothing's guaranteed for Ehome in terms of lockdown. Whereas for Vici, you've got Astral Imprisonment. Not guaranteed is the Ice Path. Chronosphere if you land it. So, I mean, the same could really be said here for Vici too. Similar in terms of, well, just overall in lockdown, with reliable and unreliable stuns, sleeps, and all that. We'll see what Ehome's able to do. Obviously, they qualified for the minor recently. Vici have looked pretty prime here. So I'm not going to really ever think against them unless the draft is just a complete outdraft for the side of Ehome, and I don't think it really is. So, looks like they'll send DY down here with Fade as well as Yang. They might be tri-laning here. We'll see if they send a support over towards top. But Yang's going to be in the off lane for now. So I would assume that they are going to rotate somebody over to at least help out the Razor. Razor should be going into the static link. Level 1, you put that with, say, a Tusk or even the slow of a Jakiro. But they're going to be looking for First Blood in this lane. So, actually coming over is Ego. He hasn't skilled anything yet, but the Dual Breath comes through. Innocence is here, taking a lot of damage right now is the Mirana. Stop comes through onto the Tusk. He took Tag Team level 1, and now the Arrow's going to follow that up. Fade in a lot of trouble. The Dual Breath comes through into the Oracle. Trying to run away with Tian Ming, chasing with only 33 extra damage. Y will have Fortune's End once again, but now the South comes out. Y in a lot of trouble with the Dual Breath once more, and Fade with the tag team to get the kill. They look over the Elder Titan, who's taking a lot of damage, will eventually get the kill here on a Fade. Takes a bit of a punch himself, and already forced to use that salve, so only 6 tangos to his name. But they'll get the kill. They'll get First Blood on the side of Vici, which is always nice. And they do end up sending the Tusk over top, so if you can get shards out with Tag Team and the Static Link, especially against an Enigma who's not like the Mirana, who has the leap away, things could get a little difficult for Faith Beyond. And they already are getting difficult with the right clicks coming in. The Tag Team doing so much on a Faith Beyond, now continuing to run. No shards, no snowball. Nobody coming over, and he's got Tag Team in just a moment. He'll use it, get the slow on a Faith Beyond, who's got Malefice once more. But Fade just continuing to chase on a Faith Beyond. This opens up the lane immensely for the Razor. And there's the clarity with the Tango already getting popped here for the Enigma. Fortune's End thrown onto Yang. That'll land with Tian Ming coming around the side. The Dual Breath hits onto both of them. DY here just trying to protect his Faceless Void, who only has level 1 of the Time Walk, and with level 1 of the Time Walk, it does make him very susceptible if they try to go in, maybe land a Fortune's End with an arrow follow-up. 24-second cooldown, level 1 is just, it's a long time to know you have an escape. Meanwhile, we take a look over mid with the mid Tiny against the OD. Sitting even in terms of last hits, 3 more denies for Ori. I would definitely go as far to say Ori is the better mid laner in this matchup, just overall, taking away all the heroes. You know, taking away hero advantages, Ori is the better player. That Avalanche coming out, Astral Imprisonment, a couple right clicks coming out for Ori. Meanwhile, bottom, DY in fact does go down. Tiny taking a lot of damage over mid, forced to use this salve, does have a bottle, as well as the mango to come back, but again, Ori still sitting here with 2 tangos of his own and has 2-0 talismans. So mango again for Enigma, who's working with just mana regen at the moment, with clarity, 1 clarity as well as the mango. Damage on ASD. They're going to want to slow down this Tiny. I think if Tiny's able to get ahead, find himself a Blink Dagger, possibly an Echo Saber with that, he's going to be really effective. These supports on the side of Vici, especially the Jakiro against this Tiny, could be in trouble. But if of course, if Jakiro gets the wards, or not the wards and the Yules, then he should be fine. Fortune's End coming out on a DY. They've got the right clicks coming in from Tianming with a 48 extra damage. DY on the run. Throws the dual breath once more in the Purifying Flames, and the right click from Tianming to finish him off. But now looking over towards mid, they do have Fade coming through. The toss back onto the creeps, as well as the Avalanche. He's under the tower in a little bit of trouble with Tianming coming through. The trees tossed at him, and now the chase is on. Does not have enough mana for the stomp, and with the Astral Spirit back in the hands of Tianming. Oh. Shards don't push him forward and put Tianming back, but he'll TP away.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So 3-1 in favor of Ehome. Although the top of the CS is all Vici at the moment. Purifying Flames with the Fortunes, and that's what's going to get you the most damage. They were looking to line up the arrow. Now the Time Walk in. Innocence getting hit up pretty hard with the dual breath on top of him with the liquid fire. And Yang gets a kill. I think I want to lower my mic volume a little bit. You see me coming in on the red on OBS, so I want to make sure I'm not blowing your eardrums out. Let me know how it sounds, though. So 3-2, 1,000 net worth lead again. Avalanche, Purifying Flames, Fortune's End, Ori on the way back. As ASD does not have enough mana here for the Avalanche toss, even if it were to be off cooldown. They do send Tusk over one more time, but he's still just level 2 with Shards, and Tag Team would love to have that Snowball. Static Link onto Faith Beyond. Take about 100 damage. We'll look after these Eidolons. You can have Faith Beyond. Got the Shards, but again, Faith misaligning those Shards. Tianming looking for Ori. Sweep comes out. They've got the dual breath coming through. Sanity's Eclipse was dropped. The Time Walk forward. They've got the toss onto the DY to be throwing him back towards Ori, but they've got the Astral Imprisonment. They'll surround him. They'll look for the kill. He's got no more mana, no abilities off cooldown that he could use regardless of that fact. And Ori gets a kill here on the ASD, and it's actually one for Yang and one for Ori, and actually it's one for DY. And I thought Yang definitely wanted that last hit, but the dual breath of liquid fire will do the deed. Fortune's End once again, stopping the Echo Stomp with the Snowball. This move there from Fade. Move it over to the net worth a little bit early, but we take a look and it's 3. The heroes on the side of Vici. They're doing a very good job at the moment. Sanity's Eclipse is going to be down for another 2 minutes just about.
You should have known.
Looks like Yang is top of the net worth for Vici. See if he goes into the Battle Fury, if that's the game plan for him, or if we're going to see just Mask of Madness and something else along those lines.
I stop you.
There's the first night shards of the night, but Fortune's out with the Purifying Flames. Paparazzi in a little bit of trouble. The snowball comes over. Purifying Flames finishes off Paparazzi. They'll look for the damage, but they heal. Innocence on this Oracle, able to stay alive and getting the kill onto the Razor. So Oracle showing his strengths there with Purifying Flames, level 2. Work that there with the Fortune's End. Yang does have level 6, so he does have the Chronosphere available to him with Sanity's Eclipse back up in 18 seconds. Then we look over at the Razor, doing an okay job at sitting last in terms of the cores on the side of Vici. Although ahead in front of the mid Tiny and the off lane Enigma, who's got Arcane Boots going into the, or has Arcane Boots and the Bottle, as well as Tiny. He's got Bottle here too. They're not looking too easy for the side of Ehome at the moment. Vici having their big ults. Well, actually, Chronosphere is on cooldown. He must have used it over bottom and didn't get the kill on Ego. He's going into Desolator, first item. Throw Imprisonment again here onto this Tiny. Or onto a Creep, excuse me. My eyes deceive me. 2,000 net worth lead. They'll go after Paparazzi. There's the Fortune's End. They'll follow it up with the arrow. The snowball comes in on the Ego. Starstorm, Paparazzi with the Purifying Flames once again. And level 3 on the Purifying Flames does so much damage.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures
I
are
was
fortified.
meant to have this.
Radiant are scanning. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
So even at 5, as I move the microphone back up to not where it was, but a little bit lower than that. Tier 1 tower already gone over top. Vici still looking to really turn on their lineup. Ori into 3 null talismans. Faceless Void. He's got himself a bracer as well as the treads for the moment. And again, Ori taking a little bit of damage over mid. And the good thing here for Ehome is they've started to bring back the deficit that they were up against. Faith Beyond, he's going into the Midas, so he's looking towards the long term here for the Enigma. We'll see if it's Midas into the Blink as well as the BKB, or if it's going to be Midas with utility builds.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And continuing to just farm away here over towards bottom, which I guess the free farm is nice as he's sitting top of the net worth. Marana 500 gold behind him, going into the Desolator, almost finishing off the first Mithril Hammer. But behind all that is the Tiny, who saved 500 gold. He's going into the Blink Dagger next. Will be Vlad's here for Faceless Void. Going for the tier 1, should have it. Meanwhile, over top, Ego. They need to lock him down enough to get this kill. The leaps out is just too easy for him.
No.
trying to defend this tier 2 tower over
Dire's
towards top.
structures are fortified.
Level 8 not taking the Moonlight Shadow yet. 3 into the Leap, 1 into the Arrow, as well as 4 here in the Starstorm. So maxed out Starstorm, 300 damage. Let's see what they can do. Actually, bottom, Black Hole comes out onto the Faceless Void. They've got the toss. Yang not even dead yet. So Black Hole gets used. They finally have the sweep to follow this up. Earth Splitter on top of that. It will land, but he's got Time Walk again. Is Yang going to be able to... He walks out of this. He just walks away from a Black Hole as well as an Earth Splitter. Gets slept up. Time Walk level 4, so he has it every 6 seconds. Being able to get out of that one. He's got the Chronosphere available if he wants to go after ASD. It looks like he thought about throwing it, but I don't know if he really thinks he has the damage. Link Dagger picked up for Ori. That's going to be the first item on to the OD. Will be Manta Style after the Vlads for the Faceless Void as they push in with the Liquid Fire level 3. And Razor going into the BKB. So Paparazzi, first big item is going to be the BKB. Ego into the Desolator, just 800 gold away from that. Loader Titan into the Yules. And after this Midas, Arcane Boots. Let's see what's next for Faith Beyond, if it's going to be Blink, BKB, or Utility. Chronosphere gets used on it to the Macro Pyre laid down on top of both of them. They look over Faith Beyond to start this. He's trying to get healed up, but now he's tossed back. 3-man sweep with the Avalanche coming through and the Starstorm. That'll take out Ori and Yang. They look over at Fade. The chase is on. They live through the Chronosphere with the Macro Pyre right on top. And Fade goes down to ASD. 3 heroes dead on the side of Vici. That looked crisp from Ehome. Getting those 3 kills over bottom. They save the bottom tier 2 on top of that. Chronosphere gets laid down as well as the Macro Pyre. And they are unable to get themselves the kills over bottom without Black Hole either. Paparazzi looking for the BKB. Just farming ways. He's got the Ogre Axe, a nice stack for him to take. As Ori, it should be the Kaya Yasha next, and he'll be going into the Kaya. Deso, though, finished for Ego.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
With the Blink Dagger picked up by the Tiny, I think this could give a little bit of trouble here to Vici. They've got the Moonlight Shadow. There's the leap in. And we'll miss the arrow on a DY, who will throw the Ice Path down. That lands onto the Oracle. Macro Pyre on top of that. Faith Beyond has Black Hole available. Time Dilation comes out. Yang spotted. Faith Beyond now locked in. But the Avalanche comes through with the Fortune's End and the Purifying Flames. There's the kill for ASD and the smoke right out of the gate.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So 10-5 for Ehome. Blink Avalanche with the tosser. Splitter on top of that Fortune's End with the Purifying Flames one more time. ASD gets the kill. Now, this is what I was talking about, where Ehome with a good enough start, especially when the Tiny gets this Blink Dagger, he'll be able to run over these heroes. And they're playing as a team at the moment. They were moving around as Starstorm, Ice Path, Walrus Punch, trying to get the kill on the Ego, but the False Promise comes through. Sweep on the 2, Arrow to follow it up, Tessellator, Avalanche coming out, or he's going to be the first one to die on the side of Vici. They look over at Fade. Right Click comes in from ASD. He's got another kill. He's dominating, as is Innocence. Get the tower over. Man, and this is what I'm talking about. Ehome's mobility here with themselves, with the fact that they're going as a team. They've got the Blink Dagger for the Tiny. He's going in with the Avalanche as well as the Toss. 2,800 gold saved up for the Enigma. We'll see if this is BKB first or Blink Dagger. But Moonlight Shadow get the leaps in, the sweeps. If they can line up everything that they need, and really not everything at this point when they've got the Blink Avalanche to set up possibly the sweep that's afterwards. Ehome look pretty crisp. Mid, Ice Path, Snowball, Walrus Punch. You get Tianming.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Also take this tier 1 over mid. So Enigma now going from the Blink into the BKB. So it is a Blink BKB build, at least for right now on the Enigma. We'll see what happens afterwards. You look over at Faceless Void. He's going into the Mantis style, and it will be, or at least for now, Kaya. No Yasha yet for the OD.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Getting a little stutter in our game at the moment. Won't reconnect yet, but we'll see if we have to. Looks like we might.
Radiant structures. Tower is under attack.
Everything's good again.
Radiant's top tower
Astral
is under
Spirit
attack.
pushing over towards top to try and really deter Vici from going in, as it's 2,000 net worth lead here for Ehome, now in a 1,000 net worth lead as they take the tier 1 over top. They'll rotate over the Tusk as well as Ori bottom, just to try and defend. Oh, Chronosphere. They've got it onto the Mirana, but they need to get this kill. The Chrono's gonna wear off, and now the Time Walk forward, looking to get the kill on the Ego. Bash coming through, Ori moving over. There's the Sanities. Oh, they get the kill. Feet beyond. He's dead over mid. But Paparazzi ends up going down afterwards. They'll look to get the kill here onto the Oracle. Shards are placed well enough for the False Promise to wear out, and he's not gonna survive regardless, and he is dead. So those are 3 important kills for Vici. Really, the Mirana and the Enigma are the most important, but he's almost got his BKB anyway. So could feel confident going in with the Black Hole, which was used over mid to get the kill on a Paparazzi, but we were looking over bottom when they went for the Mirana, and I don't have split screen capabilities at home. Although if I had a second computer as well as a production assistant, maybe.
Shadows take us.
So smoke coming out for Ehome. We'll look over towards Roche. Vici nearby. They have Chronosphere in 23 seconds. I don't know if that's going to be up in time. This is a relatively slow Roche. Innocence looking over. Yang moving in. And now the Fortune's End is going to be placed with the shards blocking off this Roche for a moment with the Macropyre laid down. Ori in a little bit of trouble as ASD gets the toss out. Going forward is going to be Yang. He's got himself the Chrono in 3 more seconds. They look over at Faith Beyond to try and get the kill. Meanwhile, False Promise laid down onto ASD. The BKB is going to be popped by Faith Beyond. The Chronosphere comes out onto both the Oracle as well as the Mirana. They've got the Ice Path on top of that. The Earth Splitter hits, but it's not going to be enough damage to get this Yang Faceless Void away. They'll get the kill on Faith Beyond Ego as well as Innocence. They've got the shards blocking in Tianming, but he's got the Yules. 3 heroes dead on the side of Ehome. Vici take the fight, and they're going to go over towards Roche to claim this Aegis. So the second night of DPL here, Saturday, December 29th. And we're starting off with a pretty good game with Ehome versus Vici. As we take a look, it was about a 2,000 net worth lead for Ehome, now over in the favor of Vici. And back in terms of experience overall.
Invisibility.
Paparazzi, he's got his BKB. Down to 8 seconds already, and he's going into Sanjin Yasha to follow that up. Or he's going into his BKB. Void with a Diffusal Blade. Picking up the Manta style. It actually wasn't Faith Beyond's BKB. I thought he had finished it off. It was Paparazzi's BKB off screen. Time dilation onto Tianming. Ori coming through. The Fortune End's going to stop him for a moment. Meanwhile, Shadow comes in as well as the Shadow Blade from Tiny. The False Promise laid down on Tianming. Moving forward is Ori. They've got the Sentry Ward laid down. They might have to fight this to save this Tiny. The arrow not going to land as the BKB is going to be popped by Paparazzi. The static link's on ASD. It's a lot of damage here for Paparazzi. Moving forward, looking for Innocence. The Malefice hits on Yang. They've got the Macropyre looking for the bash. Not going to find it. The Ice Path just a little bit late. Vici up 4,000 net worth, taking control of this game.
Time is money.
Oh, Chronosphere right onto Ego. Won't get the kill. At least one leap. Arrow coming through. Ori in a little bit of trouble. He's got the Aegis, so not the worst thing in the world if he goes down the first time, but he'll kill off Faith Beyond. Still don't lose Ori. Tianming getting run down by Fate as well as Yang. The bash has come in. Tianming is dead. And 2 more kills for the side of Vici, evening it up at 15, but still a 7,000 net worth lead for them, and they're holding onto the Aegis, looking possibly at the high ground.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Clean up the Ancients. Continuing to extend their lead. Paparazzi now going into the Ags. Fade, he's got himself the Blink Dagger as well as Arcane Boots, so he's set up with this Tusk. Would definitely like to see DY get a Yules, but it looks like that's not going to come to fruition just yet. Smoke coming out for Ehome. BKB's finally going to be finished here for Faith Beyond as well as Ori. See if they're able to find a fight. For right now, they're split up 4-1 for Vici as Four of them are over towards bottom. Looking like they're going to smoke as well. They set up getting closer to the tusk. So, yeah, this is looking like a 5-man. There it is. And the scan comes out, so this could be a fight in favor of Vici. They'll look for the Malphus. That comes through. The Midnight Pulse laid down. They'll look over at Innocence. They'll get the kill onto the Oracle. BKB's going to be popped here by Ori. Looking over at Tianming, but he's picked up a haste. Blink Dagger in 5, but the BKB, 10-second duration already gone. So they only lose the Oracle on that smoke from both sides. They'll still continue to look for ASD as well as Faith Beyond if they could get in here. Time Walk, blink away from ASD. The TP's out, and Shards. Blink. Oh, Snowball finds him! With the Walrus Punch coming in, they'll get the kill on a Faith Beyond. Waited on that TP for quite some time. Tianming with the Shadow Amulet. Dragonlance, BKB next for Ego. What does Tiny have? He's going into the Daedalus, so he's pretty farmed. Sitting 4th in the net worth, though. So imprisonment on ASD. They've got the toss that's going to be thrown back on Ori. The time dilation comes through. And Static Link finally placed here onto the Tiny with the Ice Path as well as the Walrus Punch. Yang gets the kill, taking only 87 damage, but Vici now with the push forward.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
An arrow landing onto Yang. There's the black hole on a 4 with the Earth Splitter on top of it, but they only get Yang so far. They'll finally kill off DY and Faith, so they do get 3 heroes. It looked like it might not have been enough damage, but Paparazzi able to get away with Ori so far. Ego continuing to chase. There's the blink forward. There's a black hole with the Earth Splitter. That is huge for Ehome. Vici losing 3 heroes. BKB's on cooldown as well. They're still chasing. They're still looking. They've got the vision onto Paparazzi as he heads towards the side shop. Just able to get away. That's what they were looking for, that Wombo combo.
Got it.
6,000 net worth lead still for Vici, despite the 3 kills there for Ehome. It didn't force back any buybacks, as obviously the towers are up, so it's not like Vici's going to buy back at that moment. They'll smoke up. They'll try to fight one more time. They'll look over towards mid. Ego's here. Got the BKB. There's the blink with the Walrus Punch as well as the Snowball. Faith Beyond comes in. ASD blinks forward. Chronosphere landing onto 3, it seems. They'll get the kill on a Faith Beyond. It's actually just 2 with the Ezreal Imprisonment on ASD. The leap away with the BKB being popped here by Ego. Tiny, meanwhile, DY spots him. There's the Avalanche Toss coming out onto this Juke hero. ASD, time dilation, Snowball, as well as the Ice Path. Dual Breath coming into the right clicks from Ori to clean up the Tiny, dead for 92 seconds. An aggressive blink forward, too, coming out from Ori under the tier 3 tower.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Vici right back with it. Echo will be up when the Enigma's here. See if they're able to pull the Wombo combo off one more time.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Should be able to land it in a relatively good spot if they stay clumped up like this. 2 heroes moving forward. Faith Beyond. Let's see what he's able to pull off here. 5 heroes really close. Looking for the black hole just onto the OD, but that's enough to get the kill on that Ori. Earth Splitter follows it up. Faith Beyond only getting 1. It almost looked like it's set up for a 5-man. But they just backed off enough, and now the time dilation comes out onto all these heroes. They've got the buyback coming out from Ori. He's going to get himself back into the fight with the Ego popping the BKB. The snowball comes all the way over, but it's not going to land onto the Enigma. Cade now locked onto the high ground as he's stunned up for just a moment. The sleep is attempted, but it's not going to land. They've got the Ice Path. That comes through to the Oracle. They'll get the kill. Paparazzi around the back. Tiny's still dead for another 20 seconds. They look for the tier 3 over top.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Go into the racks. Oracle buys back.
Radiant's top barracks are
They were looking to try and get this refresh orb, but they won't have enough gold on Enigma to get this black hole opportunity again. At least for now, but Vici backing off, so at least some time is given for Ehome to possibly put more pieces together to try and win a fight and turn this game around. They're only down 10,000 net worth, not exactly the biggest lead. And with Ori buying back, might be trouble if Vici lose the fight. A lot of time though till the black hole is back up, over a minute.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Should have enough time to get everything back.
Vanity.
Time is money.
Oh, Tiny spotted! This is really bad. He's dusted. Snowball comes in. Time dilation. Ice Path. They've got the damage for sure. No way out of this one. And he's dead for 74 seconds. No buyback for 2.5, so he is dead for the full duration. Got Gem on the Void, you know, regardless. Didn't need the dust, but it helps. Black hole, everything is up with the black hole Earth Splitter. They've also got the refresher orb, so he did farm it very quickly.
Radiant's bottom tower.
They'll have 2 black holes if he's able to get it off. BKB down to 8 seconds. Let's see what they're able to do. Meanwhile, Yang coming through. Has to be careful. Oh, Yang looking to set up the chrono. BKB's going to be popped. He goes after the Oracle to get the kill, and now the Desolator damage coming out from Ego. They'll get the black hole on top of that. The Ice Path's not going to land on anything because the BKB's going to be popped by Faith Beyond. They've also got the Earth Splitter to kill off Yang. No buyback. Ori, Sanity's Eclipse. That gets thrown down, taking out Ego. He doesn't have buyback, and now they'll lose the Elder Titan. It's going to be 4 dead with the buyback coming out from Tian Ming. Faith Beyond has himself the refresher orb if they want to make a play on this, but they'll just call GG. Unfortunate. Maybe they thought for sure they'd give it one more chance, but so 25-20 early game going to Ehome. As time went on though, Vici just starting to out-farm and out-fight the side of Ehome. 5-4-11 here for Paparazzi, 10-4-12 for Yang. Ori 4-3-12, so the offlane Void doing a lot for them. Most damage was done by Ori, followed up by Yang, then Paparazzi on the side of Vici. And take a look at the graph. It was Ehome for a little bit, peaked around the 25-minute mark, and then coming into the late game, Vici took over. So they take game 1. They're 1 game away from the finals, as LGD were invited to MDL, but were Vici invited? I don't think so yet. And they're actually holding 3 direct invites. So if Vici can win DPL, I think they're gonna go either way. I mean, there's also a China qualifier that they can get invited to. There's multiple chances for these teams because MDL is LGD and VP right now with DPL winner, 2 Chinese invites, and 3 direct invites still yet to come. So there is a lot available for them to make it if they were to lose, but we'll see. I mean, that's the end of game 1. Ehome for sure have another chance going up against IG if they were to lose and then come back into the finals to go up against Vici. But we'll see. That's the end of game 1. Vici take it. We'll be on to game 2 in just a moment. I'm your caster BCop at BCop92 on Twitter. Follow me to know when I'm casting on both Twitch and Twitter as I cast all the time. And I love this game so much. That's why I do it. Thank you guys so much for joining me. We'll be back with game 2 in just a moment. Stay right there.